jazz musician. I play the bass. I just fuck around on this thing, you know? It's a pretty cool thing down here. Carl's dad built this. So he took the neck off of an acoustic and built the body for it. That was probably back in the 1930s.
Wow.
That was before Les Paul was, building instruments. His dad was doing a bunch of recording on early recording gear. He just always had trouble getting feedback and stuff on that early recording gear. So he decided to build an electric guitar.
Wow.
Yeah.
My dad was a machinist. He was a musician, but he was not professional. He was like,
Just love it.
he just played, And he had that old neck, and he took some 2x4s and cut them up, made a body, and he made the pickup. Les Paul actually played this guitar.
Did he?
Yeah, Les was in my shop several times back in those days. And Les actually said, he'd say, Carl, your dad could have been one of the first guys to make a solid body guitar. I mean, it's not much, but it worked. I have recordings of him playing this. I don't know how he ever played this thing.
Wow.
Now, a lot of guys played this guitar. Eric Clapton played it.
Eric Clapton played it?
Well, a group with Danny Armstrong. All those guys used to come around.
Dang. It's a museum piece, sir. Carl's father's guitar has been played by many big names. And to think it could be one of the world's first solid body electric guitars. To see it just hanging there, it's just a testament to how humble he is. And then there's something back here too.
No, this is it.
That is amazing.
That's all we do, yeah.
It's amazing. Carl clearly comes from a family of creators. As a father who wants to pass down to my kids the things that I love, my passions, I felt a deep connection. Well, that's what our show is really about. It's like just handcrafted artists. And really, it's the heartbeat of it right here, like being in the basement in this small of a studio, making the greatest basses in the world. You're one of the greatest luthiers in the world, bro. To document him, that's what this is all about. It's going down into his little workshop. You get to experience it. It was beautiful to watch this whole thing come to life.
I'll tell you something. I'm one of 11 children. My mother, one day she took me aside. I think I was about 13 or 14 years old. And she said, Carl, your dad and I think you have some very special gifts. I'm not saying you're better than the rest of the kids. Don't think that. I'm just saying you seem to have some special gifts. And she said, let me tell you something, Carl. The best gift anybody can have is to share their gift. If you don't share it, it's worthless. She told me that. And I remember that my whole life. I share all the time. And anytime I get full of myself, I think I'm something.
Just what he lives by, his mottos, the things that fuel him, and he's so inspiring. Thank you. You've definitely shared your gift.
Well, that's what it's right. I'm not you.
100%. It's 100%. He definitely shared his gift.
Yeah,
that's so his job. That's a very important thing to do. It's not yours anyway. When you go, it goes somewhere else. You're going to get all full of yourself because you can do this or that. No.
I'm using my passion or excitement about what he does to show the world. And he has this superpower of being able to do this, and he needs to pass it to the world. So I think it's wonderful that we're complementing each other.
This is going to Nashville.
Let's go to Nashville? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, the rainbow bass started as a guitar back in the 70s.
You were the first one to do that?
This thing I call it rainbow bass. And when Les came into my life, I just thought, this guy's a crazy guy. I'm gonna make him something crazy.
The craziest. The craziest.
I'll make him something crazy.
Yeah.
Now everybody wants a rainbow bass,
Was that his first one? Was it like the rainbow?
That's the first one I made him, yeah.
That's the first one you made him?
We had one before that.
Yeah.
He found one, he said that little piccolo style bass he has.
Yeah.
The walnut bass. He said he found that in a hawk shop in San Francisco somewhere a long time ago.
Really?
So before I even met him,
All of a sudden I stumbled across one at the local music store. that was used. And I was like, holy shit, this thing's incredible. I picked it up and played it. It was the one you played last night?
Yeah, it's the one.
I had no money, so I just went and borrowed money from everybody, and I scrimped and saved, and it was $600. And I went in to go back to get it, and they had marked it up to $1,000. And I told the guy, well, dude, you told me 600. I was in high school. He goes in the back, and he comes back, and he's like, okay, I'll sell it to you for 600 with tax. And I was like, okay, and I gave him 600, and I wrote him a bum check for the tax. But I got the bass.
And Les came over, and he said he wanted to get a 6-string bass.
And so he started making it, and then halfway through, I was like, you know, I'm gonna maybe have it be fretless because I'm an idiot. And I made my life much harder by having it be fretless. Why did I decide to have a fretless? This was a ridiculous thing. I just wanted to. I was like, I'm bored with 4-string. I want to challenge myself.
Les's bass, when I made his,
Yeah.
this stuff went all the way through the rainbow.
Yeah.
Because when I carved that scroll, all those woods, I was in my kitchen, but I should have charged him $50 million for that one.
Les's music was influenced directly by Carl's genius in making this bass. And the songs created on it had a profound impact on a lot of people, including me.
You know, Mark Pachyderm basses are amazing. They're super ergo. But if you want an incredible piece of art by the greatest bass builder, luthier I've ever come across, get a Carl Thompson.
You see the picture I got from him?
No, show it to me.
Recently.
He's a wild man. I love him to death, man. He speaks so highly of you, too, so it's an honor to be able to come here and meet you. And I'm so happy I got a bass from you.
I'm glad you did, too. That made me, like I told you before, I made guitars for Lou Reed. I made Hank Williams. I never made one for the Aquaman.
Carl made this gorgeous 6-string bass. The woodwork was pure artistry. He took influence from Les's style and incorporated it into his build.
See, Carl's just a fucking genius. Yeah, this thing's amazing. Nice and light.
Now, you know, Les has his pachydermy basses that he does with Dan Maloney.
This thing's badass.
Yeah! Carl! But it's really beautiful to see like where that kind of style came from, and that's through Carl.
Yeah, this thing's very cool.
I'm stoked.
Yeah,
I'm stoked to tell Carl.
it's very cool.
We're very excited he's coming here. Go into Carl's place in his little small basement. I mean, it's quite impressive to go. You know, what we're shooting on the show is like these massive companies that are still making handcrafted things, but then it's like getting into someone's garage, like Dan, making these amazing instruments. But still, Carl, you would think it'd be a little bit, and he's like 80 what?
I don't even know.
Yeah. But
I think he's a vampire. I think he's ageless. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's just, nobody beats his woodwork. It's unbelievable. They're literally pieces of art.
And that's one of the beautiful things about it too. Like, you're creating something with him, you get to see behind the curtain of what it takes to make something like this and that kind of artistry.
So koa wood, the core is Honduran mahogany, the neck is roasted maple.
Oh, is that what that is?
This is what they look like before the neck. That's the neck. Oh, before this, it's a tree. No, sorry.
So 2 of my first,
I've never had a fretless, so I felt like it was, if anyone's gonna make me a fretless, it's gonna be you guys. It's beautiful. And then this is my first, this would be the first 6-string. Right here. Woo! Amazing. I don't know how many guitars he puts out a year, but it's just so special to be able to have like anything from him and be able to record him. Carl, if there's a charity that you really love, we're gonna raise money, give that to a charity. If there's anything that Make-A-Wish. I'm gonna auction off basically my first fretless and hopefully raise money, and we can and bring some more to some charities, and then we'll also do Make-A-Wish, buddy.
I talked to him on the phone. What did I say? I said, this guy, I never met him, but he sure sounds like a nice guy.
Well, you gave me a lot of gold today. You gave me some great advice. Hey, buddy. Yeah. To be able to use my team and our passion and be able to capture him in the most beautiful way, it was an honor.